Hello students, welcome to Don Bosco PU College online classes. We are trying our best to make teaching learning experience easy to our students. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss any update. Hello students, welcome to the physics classes. This is Razika. In the last class we had started a chapter electric charges and fields. Let's see what we had discussed in the previous class. So in the previous class we had discussed what we are going to discuss in the whole chapter, that is introductory part we have discussed. Then we had also discussed about the definition of electric charge, the properties of electric charge, like there are two types of charges, positive, negative, additivity of charge, quantization of charge, and also the conservation of charge. Next we had discussed about gold leaf electroscope, a device which detects the presence of charges and the nature of charge in the charged body. Then electrification, that is the method of charging a conductor we have discussed. So there are three types of electrification. One is conduction, charging by conduction, next one charging by induction, and another one is charging by friction. So all these things we had discussed in detail in the previous class. Now in today's class we are going to discuss a major concept, that is Coulomb's law. Okay, so this law was proposed by Coulomb. It states that the force of attraction or repulsion between two stationary electric charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Let's discuss this Coulomb's law in detail now. So here I have mentioned once again Coulomb's law. The force of attraction or repulsion between two stationary electric charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So as you can see, there are two charges here, Q1 and Q2 are the two charges, and the distance of separation between these two charges is r. Distance between these two charges is r, and these two charges can be like charges or unlike charges. Depending upon that, the force of repulsion, electrostatic force of repulsion or attraction may occur between these two charges, and this force is directly proportional to product of the charges, that is Q1 Q2, and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. If we merge this equation and this equation, we can write F is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 divided by R square, Q1 Q2 divided by R square. And to remove this proportionality sign, we can introduce a constant, that is K. I am removing the proportionality sign and I will put is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. So ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕೂಲಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, they'll ask state and explain Coulomb's law. So for that what we have to do is, first we have to write the statement. You can write a simple diagram like this. E diagram bariri, Q1 Q2, and the separation between them is R. You can write only this diagram and you can write the considerations. Consider two charges q1 and q2 separated by a distance r, then the force of repulsion or attraction is directly proportional to q1 q2, inversely proportional to r square. Then combining these two you will get this. So this k is a constant of proportionality and it is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. And this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square, with the unit 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. So ಇದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is the correct form of Coulomb's law, mathematical form of the Coulomb's law. Okay, statement ನ ನಾವು mathematical form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ again epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space and its value is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 coulomb square per Newton per meter square. Okay, this is the permittivity of free space. So if they ask you state and explain Coulomb's law, all these things you have to write. Another thing which they can ask is state Coulomb's law and also write it in its vector form anta keltare. So for that I have already considered two figures. It is enough that you write only one figure in examination. Idu ondu bardre saku. So two charges are there, q1 and q2. These are similar charges. So repulsive force is acting andre ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಅವೇ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ q1 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ q2 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂದ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ F12 and the force acting on q2 charge from q1 is F21. See, this is a vector and this is also a vector. Bold bardre adu vector anta understood. So from point O the position of this q1 is r1. Position vector is r1. From point O the position vector of q2 is r2. So the distance between these two is r21 is equal to r2 minus r1. See, this is the case which I have taken here. Andre similar charges iddaga. Suppose opposite charges ide anta andukollona. q1 positive, q2 negative ide. So force of attraction will be acting between these two. Okay, so here this position vector illinda illige r21 idre, here it is r21 again, but q1 q2 is less than 0 here. Here q1 q2 is greater than 0. Okay, so namig kelta irodenu write Coulomb's law in its vector form anta kelta idare. So let the position vectors of charges q1 and q2 be charges q1 and q2 be r1 vector and r2 vector respectively. Okay, respectively. Fine. Here the vector leading from q1 to q2 is r21 vector. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ leading from q1 to q2 has the position vector r21 is equal to r2 minus r1. In the same way, the vector leading from q2 to q1 will be r12 is equal to r1 minus r2. Okay, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆರಡನ್ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್, r21 ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ r12 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ q1 ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು q2. Okay, so that is F12 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r12 square r12 cap. So left side al vector ide andre right side also should be in the vector form. Similarly, force on q2 due to q1 F21 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r21 square r21 cap. Okay, it's very simple. Therefore r12 is nothing but minus of r21. So F12 vector is equal to F21 with a negative sign barutte. So this is the Coulomb's law in its vector form. Very easy. So position vectors barkondu idan baribeku. r21 is equal to minus of r12 vectors. Then force experienced by q1 due to q2 you have to write, and also force experienced by q2 due to q1 baradbittu this equals to minus of this anta baribeku. That is the Coulomb's law in its vector form. Now let's define unit of a charge. It's a very important concept because idanna tumba sati 1 mark category alli kelidare, like define unit of a charge. So let's define it, the unit of a charge. Okay, so here first of all we need to know what is this unit of a charge. So the unit of charge is coulomb. Okay, coulomb is a unit of charge. So ee coulomb na 1 coulomb define ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Define 1 coulomb. So for any unit definition we make use of one formula. Here I am going to use Coulomb's law, that is 1 divided F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square. So imagine I am extracting the unit of q1 unit 1 coulomb anta nanu prove ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ what should be done? This will be on the numerator F into this will go to the numerator r square. This will come to the denominator divided by q2 into 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so or 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught anta adru barkobodu. Okay, so I'll just write it like this for better understanding. Idanna first ee taranu barkobodu. F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 q1 q2 divided by r square. So I want the unit of q1. Q1 is equal to F r2 divided by 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into q2. So ಈ q1 1 coulomb ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ this r should be here. I'll write r should be 1 meter, q2 should also be 1 coulomb, and F should be 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton. Okay, here if you see I'll substitute the values. 9 into 10 to the power of 9 r square is 1 square divided by 9 into 10 to the power of 9, already the into q2 is 1 coulomb. So if it is cancelled, you will have charge which is q1 is equal to 1 coulomb. Okay, q1 1 coulomb ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ what we have to write, we have to take a similar charge should be taken placed at a distance of 1 meter and the force of repulsion must be similar charge ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು. So force of repulsion must be there and it should be of 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton. So 1 coulomb is defined as a unit of charge is said to be, or charge is said to be 1 coulomb. Charge is said to be 1 coulomb if a similar charge or the same charge, similar charge is taken at a distance of 1 meter, experiences a force of repulsion ಅಂತಾನೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. experiences a force of repulsion of 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton. Then the unit of charge is said to be 1 coulomb. Now let's derive a small derivation which can be asked for actually 3 marks. Alright, ಇದನ್ನ 3 marks ಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Obtain an expression for force between multiple charges anta they can ask. So for the derivation we are making use of one principle called as superposition principle. So it state force on a charge due to number of charges is the vector sum of forces due to individual charge. Suppose there is a system of charge. So one charge mele act ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ force will be due to the sum of forces due to individual charges. So for this derivation we require a small figure. So I'll be writing that figure. I am taking a system of 3 charges. Okay, initially 3 charges, then we will generalize it to n number of charges. So here is q1. This is, I have kept a charge q2 here, and somewhere here I'll keep a charge q3. Okay, and here is a point called O. Okay, so this q2 charge will be exerting a force on q1 and that force is F12. q2 charge q1 ಮೇಲೆ some force exert ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ F12 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Similarly, this q3 charge will also be exerting some force and that force is F13. Okay, then next due to this F1 and F3 due to this q2 and q3, a resultant force will be acting, that is F1. So these forces are actually vectors. So we have to use here parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, so this is F13, this is F12, this is F1. From O to Q2 the position vector is R2. From O to Q3 the position vector is R3. From O to Q1 the position vector is R1. And the distance between Q2 to Q1 is R12 and the position vector is R12 cap. Similarly, from Q3 to Q1 the position vector is R13 and the distance between them is R13. So this is the required figure. From this statement I can write total F is equal to F1 plus F2 plus etc. up to nth term, which is Fn. Okay, now we will write force due to 2 charges. So the force on Q1 due to Q2 is, okay, it is F12. Already we have learnt how to write Coulomb's law in vector form. So 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R12 square R12 cap. So this is equation 1. Similarly, the force on Q2 due to Q1 is, it is F1, the force on Q1 ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು Q3 is, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು Q3 ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ Q1 ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು Q2 ಬರ್ದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ F13 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 ಇದೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ R13 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ R13 ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ 2. Okay, so the total force on Q1 due to Q2 and Q3 is, we have to sum it up. So F1 is equal to total force F1 anta ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. It is F12 plus F13. Now let's sum it up. So 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R12 square R12 cap plus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 divided by R13 square R13 cap. So as you can see here, Q1 is common. So Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. ಉಳಿಯದ್ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. Q2 divided by R12 square R12 cap ಇದೆ plus here Q3 divided by R13 square R13 cap ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so this is only for system of two charges influencing another charge. Now suppose for a system of n number of charges, let's see what is the force. Andre n number of charges iddaga what we can write, this F1 is equal to F12 plus F13, ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಅಪ್ ಟು F1n. Now let's substitute the values. See, ಇಲ್ಲಿ F12 F13 ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. F1n ನ we can write as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 nth charges Qn divided by R1n square R1n cap. Now let's substitute all these values here. So F1 is equal to, again this term is common, so Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught I'll take as common, ಉಳಿಯೋದನ್ನ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. So here Q2 divided by R12 square R12 cap plus Q3 divided by R13 square R13 cap plus etc. nth term add ಮಾಡೋಣ. Qn divided by R1n square R1n cap. Okay, now we have to generalize it. Okay, to make this equation shorter I'll write as Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. I am going to sum all the terms till the nth term. So summation of I is equal to 2. These terms are starting from 2, 3. So nth term is also here I. So I is equal to 2 to ಎನ್, ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಐ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ R1I square R1I cap. Okay, so this is an expression for force due to multiple charges, generalized form idu. I'll explain once again, very simple it is. So superposition principle we are considering, which says force on a charge due to number of charges is the vector sum of forces due to individual charges. So if we write this statement mathematically, we can write F is equal to F1 plus F2 plus etc. up to Fn. So the force on Q1 due to Q2 barkobeku, force on Q1 due to Q3 baribeku, then force on Q1 due to Qn ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗೀರಿ, ಉಳಿದಿರೋದನ್ನ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught summation of I is equal to 2 to n Qi divided by R1I square R1I cap. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. They'll ask like derive an expression for force between multiple charges or force due to system of charges ಅಂತನೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Let's discuss about another important concept called electric field. So this electric field concept is very important as there are many derivations based on this concept. So in easy language we can see the region around a charge where the charge effect can be felt is called as electric field, and also it can be defined as the electric field vector E. The representation for electric field is in its vector form vector E. Due to charge at a point in space is defined as the force that a unit positive charge would experience if placed at that point. So electric field means the electric field E due to a charge at a point in space is defined as the force that a unit positive charge would experience if placed at that point. So once again let's define this electric field. The region around a charge, suppose this is a region, here we have a charge, region around this charge we can feel the influence of this charge or its effect na ee region alli we can feel. So ee region na we call as electric field region. Okay, so this can also be defined as, suppose ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, and this charge will be experiencing a force due to this charge. So the force that a unit positive charge would experience if placed at that point is also called as electric field. And the intensity of electric field E is defined as the force per unit charge, that is F by Q. So idrinda we can also write F is equal to EQ. Now let's write unit for electric field from this formula. E is equal to F unit Newton divided by charge unit is coulomb. So the unit is Newton per coulomb, and another unit for the electric field intensity is volt per meter. E unit adru baribodu, E unit adru baribodu. And remember, this electric field is a vector quantity, which means ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಿಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ಯೂಡು ಇದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ field lines. Okay, so this electric field line anta helidre, it is the path in an electric field. Okay, it is the path in an electric field, EF means electric field, I am using just short form, but ನೀವು exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ complete electric field ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. And this electric field line can be straight or curved. It can be both straight or curved, such that the tangent drawn or tangent to it at any point gives the direction of electric field at that point. So this is the definition of electric field line. It states it is a path in an electric field, straight or curved, such that the tangent to it at any point gives the direction of electric field. Now let's discuss its properties. Okay, properties na discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ electric field lines start from positive charge and terminate in the negative charge, or start from the positive charge and end in the negative charge. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇದು. And suppose here you have a positive charge, single isolated charge ಇದೆ. ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ it will start from the positive charge and end at infinity. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ and end at the negative charge. So this is the first property of the electric field line. So here if you can see, I have placed one positive charge. So its direction is outward. Anywhere it is outward. If I keep a sensor here, you can see the direction. See, it is showing outwards the positive charge. So it is starting from the positive charge and ending in infinity. Okay, suppose if I keep only the negative charge here, it is towards the charge, and I am going to place a sensor here. See, the direction is from infinity towards the charge. The direction of field is from infinity and it is towards the charge. Now let's place both the charges. Here I have kept a positive charge, here I have placed the negative charge. Now I'll place a sensor here. Okay, so see, the direction of the field is from positive to negative charge. So in a system, the direction of in the system of two charges of positive and negative, electric field lines start from positive and end in negative. If the charges are isolated, single positive charge idre, it starts from positive charge and end at infinity. Single negative charge idre, it starts from infinity and end in the negative charge. If we see the next property, that is here, the next property is they do not form closed loops. They will be never like ee tara iralla. They will never form closed loops, and field lines are continuous in a charge free region. Field lines are continuous in charge free regions. Two field lines never intersect. They will never intersect. See, this line cannot cross this line. They will never intersect with each other. Field lines are parallel in uniform electric field. Suppose uniform electric field ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ field lines ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, which means they are parallel. Okay, then tangent at any point gives the direction of the electric field, which means Suppose you have a charge here, plus q charge and minus q charge, and the field line is like this. Suppose E point ಅಲ್ಲಿ if I draw the tangent, it will give, this tangent gives the direction of this field E. Suppose this point ಅಲ್ಲಿ if I draw the tangent, this is the direction of electric field E. So the tangent at any point gives the direction of electric field. Next and the last property is number of field lines gives the intensity of electric field. Now more number represents, suppose here the electric field lines are like this. It means here the electric field intensity is more. Suppose the field lines are like this. Okay, here the field intensity is less compared to this. So here you have more intensity and here you have less intensity. So the number of lines gives the intensity of electric field. Let's see the properties once again. Electric field lines start from positive charge and end at negative charge. If there is a single charge, they may start or end at infinity. Next property, they do not form closed loops. Third one, field lines are continuous in a charge-free region. Fourth, two field lines never intersect. Fifth, field lines are parallel in uniform electric field. Sixth, tangent at any point gives direction of electric field. Seventh, number of field lines gives intensity of electric field. So this is very important because ಇದನ್ನ 2 or 3 marks categoryಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸತಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, they'll ask, mention any two properties of electric field lines. 2 mark categories ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ mention any 2 properties of electric field lines ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Or in 3 marks category they can ask, mention the properties of electric field lines. So it is important one. So this is all for today's class. Now let's see what we have discussed in this class. We have discussed about Coulomb's law, which states the force of attraction or repulsion between two charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Next thing we discussed was superposition principle or force between multiple charges. So adak derivation kuda madidvi for 3 marks. Then we had defined unit of electric charge. After that we discussed about electric field and finally the properties of electric field, which will be asked for 3 marks. So this is all for today's class. If you need the detailed notes of this video class, you can download from the description box. So thank you so much for watching and keep yourself safe.